What's going on, everybody? It's PJ here with the CRNA Drip, and today we're going to learn an important lesson about self-care as a nurse and as a SRNA. So let's get into it. So self-care is so important as a nurse because it's already a stressful environment. Not only are you dealing with sick patients, you're dealing with sick personalities and toxic energies all day and all night throughout the ICU and throughout the hospital in general. First key thing to learn is to say no. Just say no. Just say it right now. Say no. No. I can't do it. No. Nope. Sorry. That's it. It's so easy. It's so easy. Say no to picking up extra shifts. Say no to switching shifts because we all know how that goes. You switch a shift or you pick up a shift for a coworker, and then 3 months down the line, when you need your shift switch and you go back, then all of a sudden they have to take their dog to the new doggy pool. I don't know, some BS that they make up. So save yourself the time, the energy, the frustration by just saying no. It's okay. They'll find a switch one way or another. Also, say no to friends. If you don't want to go out, you don't want to go out. If you feel like staying in the house, say no. Reserve yourself, reserve your energy, reserve your money, because you're not going to do anything but spend money the more that you go out. It's okay to say no. Say no to family. No, you don't want to babysit tonight. It's okay. Just say no. Next, find hobbies that don't require additional money or additional people to do. You can do it yourself. Something that gives you time to reflect on what you do personally, what you do professionally, and how you can grow. So for me, I go fishing a lot, and it's just a way for me to clear my mind. I think about a lot of things that I've accomplished already, what I want to do next with myself. You know, when I decided to come up with the SRNA Drip, I think I was fishing as well, and I just was like, well, everybody else is doing a channel. I think I can do a channel and be pretty good at it, so why not give it a shot? And I literally brainstormed while I was on the lake. So it just gives you that time that you need away from everybody, away from distractions, to really focus on yourself. Also, find things that don't require validation through social media. Nowadays, everybody wants to post and get likes and show what you're doing, but when you can validate yourself with something that you're doing, it's a much better feeling than worried about how many likes I got, how many people viewed my page, or whatever the case may be. You just do it for yourself and internally validate yourself. When school starts, or when you start working as a nurse, taking breaks is necessary. You have to take breaks to stay sane. You have to just relieve it all and leave work at work, leave school at school for the time being, take a break, and then hit the books again. But to continuously beat yourself down at work or never close the book is not good. It's not beneficial for you and for your mental state. So just make sure that you take breaks, even if it's as small as 5 minutes. If you want to walk outside, if you need to FaceTime your friend for a short amount of time. I have a friend now, she calls me non-stop. And I'm like, girl, you don't know how to text, but it's okay. She's in school. I know she's stressed out. I don't answer all the time, but I answer most of the time. So, and she knows who she is. So, yeah, and just be there for your friends too when they're in that situation. So make sure that you take the breaks that you need when you need them. Don't wait until you're at the boiling point and you're getting ready to cuss everybody out. That's already too late. Make sure you schedule some breaks for yourself. Another key component of self-care is just being able to laugh. Because how many times have you ever been thinking about something completely stressful and heartbreaking while you're laughing? You're never thinking about it while you're laughing. Now, it may come back once you're done laughing, but in that moment, you forget about all of that. So I try to laugh as much as I can. Me and my friends, we are jokesters to the core, and we just have a good time. So, and that really helps me because when you have so many things going on, you need that type of release to just let all negative energy go, let your inhibitions down, and just be around company that understands you, that gets your humor and you can kind of match that energy. It's there's no better feeling. So just make sure, if you don't feel like you're laughing enough, maybe you need to change your circle of friends or change your environment, because it really is essential to mental wellness. So take the time to just laugh, whether you have to watch a comedy or talk to one of your funniest friends. Just make sure you incorporate the laughs in, day out, because you can't take yourself too seriously at the end of all of this. So find some time to laugh at yourself. I do it all the time. If I make mistakes, I try to make a joke out of it and just keep it pushing. That's it. Keep it moving. Acknowledge all the little accomplishments that you do. When you're at work, take the time to not only reflect on the things that you want to improve on, but the things that you do well. So if you know that you are bomb at doing IVs, then give yourself a kudos when you get a hard stick. If you know that your compressions were on point during a code, give yourself props. If you know that you made a dope recommendation to a provider and they took your recommendations and applied it and it worked out for the patient's well-being, give yourself a pat on the back. Take the time to acknowledge the little things that you do right, and don't hinder on all the stressful, I need to do this better, I need to get this right, I need to make sure I scan all my meds, I need to make sure that I unclamp my IV piggybacks because 30 minutes passed by and none of the meds went in. So don't only focus on that, focus on the things that you do well, more so than the things you don't do well. And also embrace your mistakes when you make them. Don't try to avoid them, because you're gonna more than likely face that situation again, and it's only gonna build up your anxiety. So there's no embarrassment in building up yourself. So if you make a mistake, or if there's something that you know you need to work on, reflect and find out what you need to do to make that better, because it's not gonna go away. So take the time to analyze why something went wrong. That way, when you enter the situation again, there's less anxiety about it, and you know that you've done the work to properly prepare for that situation the next time, and hopefully it'll go a lot smoother. But if it doesn't, then you just go back to the chopping block and figure out what needs to be improved again. But make sure that you're hitting that conflict head on and not trying to avoid it, because that only makes the situation worse. So I'm really giving y'all some bomb information here, okay? Like bomb solid information. But if you have any other tips about self-care, leave a comment. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and make sure you visit my website at thesrnadrip.com. There's a lot of good stuff on there too. So with that being said, I'm out.